the journey, obviously, to represent Australia, it wasn't an overnight success. You said the first year was bench warming for a bit of it. But, what was the feeling like to represent Australia? And can you talk us through the first moments of actually, playing for the first time for your country?
Good question. I just went along to the trials almost as a bit of a, I've got a couple of mates going, and if they're keen and good enough to make it, and if I'm good enough to make it, then I'll kind of put my name down. I wasn't overly keen for it because we're not a professional sport. We've got to pay our own way. So I knew it was going to be thousands of dollars, and I'm working full time. I've got a wife and kids and a mortgage and all that kind of stuff. So I went along almost as a bit of a, we'll see how we go. And it was so much fun at the trials. And looking around, I went, I think I might be good enough to make this team. So made the team, and another fella from Geelong who plays for the Geelong Mudlarks, who's our local Geelong team now. Him and I both made the team. So I thought, if both of us are going, then we can do a bit of running together down here. We'll go to the training camps in Sydney and in Melbourne, and then we'll go over to the States together. And I hadn't actually thought a lot about wearing the green and gold until we got to the tournament. And I realised that all these nations had this real pride in being there. The US are obviously really good. Canada ended up winning the tournament. Japan, Colombia, Germany, all these teams are there. And looking in the first kind of huddle that we had, we're actually wearing, I think, the green for our first game. But looking around the huddle, all these boys from all over Australia, all who have been training really hard and about to put their bodies on the line. It was really special, actually.
Yeah.
So it probably didn't really click for me until I was at the tournament.
Yeah, well, did you know what you were getting into? Because you mentioned all the countries involved. Like, that is a big stage and a big moment. Did you know what to expect?
Having not represented Australia before, I didn't really know what to expect. And all I wanted personally, I wanted for the team for us to do well, but personally, I wanted to go there and kind of not be made a fool of. I just wanted to know that, am I at this standard?
Yeah.
And I had a bit of a niggle in my foot and my groin, so I didn't end up playing all the games, but what I was able to play, I felt like I was at least at standard.
Yeah, so you're doing well.
Yeah, so it was great. And what I really enjoyed about the tournament was that there was a whole bunch of different styles of play. So the US really like taking long shots. They've got tall fellas, they're athletic. The Japanese like the short ball. They're really patient with it. They're happy to throw the Frisbee 50, 80 times if nothing's on.
Yeah, right.
And then they'll pounce on their opportunity. The Colombians are really aggressive. So they'll fly past your shoulder trying to get a block, and they'll be blowing up at their own teammates and whatnot. And but they're all on the same page, and they ended up beating us for fifth in the final game. And I'm like, how are these guys? Surely these guys all hate each other because they're all blowing up at each other. At the end of the game, they're all smiles and whatnot. So it's just their style of play.
Yeah.
And we've got our own style of play. So that I really enjoyed, particularly the Japan game, because my style of play is percentages, bit of money ball, like if you get on base, you win. So so I enjoy the different styles of play.